Hey everybody, I'm Mickey, and I just want to tell you my story. Growing up, I always had really terrible sore throats and lots of trouble with my tonsils, sinuses, and that kind of thing. Well, when I was 33, I got a really serious sore throat. It was during the Christmas holidays. Ended up that my doctor was not in the day I needed to see him, so I had to wait till the day after Christmas. But I was really, really sick. Went to see my doctor. He suggested, after looking through my chart, that I'd had lots and lots of sore throats. And he was like, I don't know why we haven't sent you to a ear, nose, and throat specialist to have your tonsils taken out or at least looked at. So he set up an appointment for me to go to the ear, nose, and throat. Went to the ear, nose, and throat specialist, went in and they examined me, ran a scope down my throat and looked at my throat. And he came back, and Jenny, my wife, and I were there. He came back in to talk to us, and he said that there was a spot right by my vocal cords that he was concerned about. So I asked him, I said, look, Doc, I said, you know, that being close to my vocal cords, I'd always sang in church since I was about 12 years old. I said, how's that going to affect me singing? He looked straight at me and asked me, he said, do you sing professionally? I said, no. I said, I sing at church. You know, that's really important to me. He said, good, because I was going to tell you, you need to start looking for another job. He said, there's a very good possibility that you won't be talking very long. Well, this was on a Wednesday. I came out of the doctor's office and I was really upset, crying, carrying on. Well, I was so sick that I couldn't drive, and I talked to my pastor about driving us to the doctor. And sure enough, he did, like he always does. Took us to the doctor. Well, I came out and I'm crying and visibly shook up. And he said, what in the world is wrong with you? So I told him the whole story. We were in a building program at the time, not the church that we're currently in, but the church just previous to that. And God had spoken through some prophecy about us singing in the new church building. And my pastor reminded me of that. And I'm like, you know, you are right, you know. So it was a Wednesday. We came to church that Wednesday night. I was really sick, white as a sheet. And I actually was so weak that I came and sat down on the altar. Everybody gathered around and prayed for me. We believed God for a healing touch. That Friday is when I had to go have the biopsy done. Went in, had the biopsy done. Of course, I'm knocked out in the recovery room, and the doctor comes out and he's shaking his head, talking to my wife and my pastor. Said, I don't really understand it, but the spot that was on Mickey's, or right next to Mickey's vocal cord, has ruptured and it's already healing over. So if you need a healing touch from God, you can take it from somebody that's been there. 3 days' time, he healed me. Jesus, I'll never forget what you've done for me. Jesus, I'll never forget how you set me free. Jesus, I'll never forget how you brought